was also very, very mind-blowing to me. So during the recap, I made sure that I listened attentively and allowed it to transform my thinking. I listened and let it transform my thinking. So immediately after the recap, I was still so hungry to know more, because for us, we had this program just for 3 days or 2 or 3 days. And then it was so much, but I needed to take time to really study and know the nitty-gritty about intellectual property protection and commercialization and technology transfer and all that. So I took up the online course that was organized by the EPO office, the KT to Africa, and spent about a month on that course, just feeding myself with more information, because I needed to work on my thinking and get to know more and understand more about this aspect of things. So for recap, it's for every level, whether you are a professor, whether you're an established academic, mid-career or early career, it's for every level. Early career because you are just starting out your journey. You may be a student and you are under your supervisor, under a supervisor. That doesn't stop you. That project you are working on, ask yourself repeatedly, how can I transform this into an innovation? And how can I take this work to the market? How can it reach to the man or the person in the streets? How can they get this idea, my idea, this thing I'm spending so many hours in the laboratory to do, well, how can it hit the market? Similarly, for those who are in the mid-career, yes, you need the papers for your publication. You're almost there. You're almost at the finishing line. But that doesn't mean that you cannot also get patents, okay? For promotion, patents are allowed, and I think it's about 10 marks if I'm correct. So you can work towards having patents, okay? And patents can give you royalties. People can come and buy your ideas and use it to make, people from the industry can come and buy your patent, your idea as a patent. Otherwise, it's just an idea. Once you've published it in a journal, somebody can take it and go and work on it in their industry, and they'll be making money. Meanwhile, you that came up with the idea, you're not making a dime from it, only getting promoted. But if it's patent, anybody that wants to use it will have to pay you some royalty, or you people can come to some form of agreement on what percentage will be yours. And then also for the established academic, now, in fact, best set of people, you have reached the height of your career. You don't really need those papers for promotion. You can now focus on impact. You can now focus on how you can make impact and get value for your intellect. So every level recap is for you. Okay, it's not for early career. It's every level. You need this information. You need to know what to do, how to go about it, how to transfer your technology or your innovation or your research to make sure it's an innovation, not just an invention, to make sure that it's unique and that it's actually solving a problem, and then it actually has market value. Because if you make a product that is not useful to anybody, then it will only stay in the shelf. Yes, you have got your paper for your promotion, but nobody is going to want to invest in a product that has no value. So for this course, you need to, it's designed. When we did our own, spent about 3 days. And like I said, there are about 3 days being loaded so much. But this course has been designed so that you are going at a slower pace. You don't need to crash it in 3 days. So while you're taking your time to do it, also don't be too slow. When you start, aim to finish. Okay, it's not just starting the course, but because you are going to push yourself. Know what you are going for. Aim to start, not only to start, because what you are here now is a start, but aim to finish all the courses. There also has questions. There will be questions to test your understanding. Answer those questions. Do yourself some good to answer those questions. The questions are not designed to be difficult, but to make sure that you have understanding of what you have listened to and what you have read, and then apply be inspired to apply this in your research, in your journey as a researcher. Okay, be inspired that anytime I'm doing this work, this research I want to do, who are my target audience? Is it going to solve problem? Am I doing it for myself because it makes me happy? Or is it really going to be beneficial for the people out there? Okay, I don't want to talk too much about the course or what you are going to learn, but those are the things that the questions you will ask yourself, about your research. And if you, as a student, you may not have much control over what your supervisor has designed, but have that at the back of your mind, that any research I want to do, I want to add value, not only to the people outside or to the people in my environment or make impact in Nigeria, but I also want to have value to add money to more value to my pockets as well. So that's all I have for now. Thank you for listening. If you have any questions, I'm ready to take any questions. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. George. We appreciate the section, and I know a lot of people will have questions to ask. There are different things that have been really being said, and one thing that really stood out for me is the fact that our research work should not just be there, but should add value, not just to the world alone, having impact, but also to ourselves commercially. And that's why we have the recap program. So we'll be taking questions now. From the chat box, there's a question being written. It says, what's the full meaning of the word recap?
Okay.
What's the full meaning of the word recap? Then, in other words, if you have questions, you can also use the raise up of the hand button so that you can then be feature rather you can then be unmuted to speak. You
So
can
this
go
is,
on.
this is the meaning of recap: research, commercialization, and acceleration program. So that's the meaning of recap.
Okay.
Because we don't want people to just do. It's about the university doesn't want people to just our staff and our students to just do research and it just stays on the shelf. We want people to start thinking, to change the mindset so that people start thinking, research, how are we going to commercialize research? We want to do research that will have market value. Not all research has market value. So we need to do research that has market value.
Thank you so much, Ma. I hope that answers the question. So we'll be moving on to the next. So also note that as the for the email, as I said earlier, during the hands-on section, please let's try as much as possible to check our email, as email will be sent to us for the login details to the platform. And also, you can also do well to check your spam in case you don't see it. So we're having the next speaker now.
You have two hands up. Sorry, Joshua. I don't
Okay,
know if
two hands. Okay.
I can see two hands up. Caleb Adilowo and Rashidat Ibrahim.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so let's have Caleb.
Okay, sorry.
All right, thank you very much, Professor George, for the great presentation. Mine is actually more of a comment than a question, and especially when I look at the first image presented, which of course to me captured everything that recap is actually all about. It's actually first and foremost to inspire researchers on the core for to begin to think beyond the four wall of academics in terms of beyond academic career, what is possible, especially with their research endeavor, to begin to think of impact in terms of how their research will impact their immediate community, and of course, even the extension outside the community when we talk about town and GAN relationship. And next to that is for them also to be inspired to move from having a job in terms of the job that they have, and then to getting to understand that yes, they can be happier even with the job. That is by making impact to be happier, and then feeling so fulfilled that you are able to address certain challenges in the society. And by that, you feel so fulfilled that yes, you are able to do beyond even the academic perspective. And of course, the course also is going to help even to see what is actually required beyond having patents or any form of IP, to see how can I learn even to present this IP to potential investors, such that yes, I know how to present. I've been presenting at different conferences, paper publication, and the like. So how do you pitch your idea even to investors is also very critical at this time, and also to imbibe the culture of entrepreneurial thinking into whatever approach we are taking within the university to conduct our research, and of course to also improve our daily activity. So thank you very much, Professor George, for that very insightful presentation. Thank you so much. Back to you, moderator.
Thank you so much, Dr. Caleb, for the comments. So we're having Rashidat now. You can have your question.
Good morning. Thank you for the awesome presentation. It's really awesome. And it's like this presentation is actually talking about me. Also, I just carried out some research recently. Unfortunately, the organizations that funded the research promised to link this to the Minister for Education. However, I think this will change in directors and all the likes. They have to change their mouth. They couldn't go. It's more or less of it being on the table. Also, I want to ask those of us that are in humanities, education and all the likes that are not really scientific. So, what are the prospects of this freaking stuff for us? Thank you.
Okay, thank you. I didn't get the first part that you said, but let me talk about the education part. The education part is even big because people are finding innovative ways to teach. I'm going to look at it from the teaching part, finding innovative ways to teach maybe a particular cadre or level of students is also an innovation. Okay, it's also something new. Could involve get technology involved. Now, I'm not an educationist, but I'm not in education rather. But there are things that as somebody in education, you know, maybe the psychology of learning, the different types of learning, the different type of learning disorder. If, for instance, somebody says, you know what, we've done a study to find out that, oh, there's a prevalence of dyslexia in Nigeria, for example, and you've discovered that. Now, what is the solution? And how can we use technology? So you don't need to necessarily work alone, but you can work in collaboration with other people that are in tech, for instance. And with that, you know, come up with, could be a software, it could be a book, it could be something, but it's an innovation to solve a general problem. What's the problem? There's a prevalence of dyslexia, reading disorder among the Nigerian pupils. Maybe not diagnosed. Now it's done the research. You have the data that shows that, and then you're providing the solution. But you're not just providing the solution and leaving it on a paper application. No, you're not talking with somebody. What does it take? You need to collaborate, maybe people with tech, people who in coding, whatever, and come up with a software or a book or whatever to solve this problem, or writing a totally different educational curriculum, you know, which you can now sell to the government or to a school that, okay, this is what we have observed, or with a software that can test this disorder, you know, and then you go to a school and say, we want to test this. these are the tests that showed that, okay, this percentage of your students have this problem. This is what you can do. This is what we have to offer. This is what our technology can do. So in things like that. So in going through this program, where the whole aim is again to open your mind to ideas and possibilities. And then of course you are going to do your own research. What is being done in this area? In the developed world, they are constantly reviewing curriculum, constantly finding ways to teach the students better, to bring in new and innovative ideas. And you can do that. Even getting working with somebody in IT to design a software that people can use on their own, not even necessarily the school, but people buy that software and they are now using it to teach their child. Things like that. So that is the suggestion. So you in your field, you now have to be creative. That's where the creativity comes in. So everybody has something to benefit from here. So long as you are doing research, you have a problem to solve. Because when you are doing that research, you say, what are you contributing to knowledge? That knowledge, how can you now transfer it to value? Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ma. So we're having the last question because of our time. That's Emmanuel. Okay. You can unmute your mic.
Emmanuel,
Yes, ma'am, I'm there. Good morning, ma. Thank you so much for the insightful session. So, I kind of identify the gap between the academia and the people in the industry. Like when you talk about the aspect of commercialization, I want to raise it that is there a structural arrangement for people as an academia doing research work, how collaborate with people in the industry? Because it seems like uh it's until when you get to maybe probably network, or depending on your networks, that's when you now get to collaborate with people in the tech. It's like there's no structured uh way ways of actually doing that. So that's more like a gap I identify, and I don't know if there's an answer for that. Like talking about that, not just having to sell out your patent rights alone, but having to even be put on board, being a part of the organization even when it's established. Yeah, so that's my question now. And we are actually doing something likely, but I just want to get an answer from you. Thank you so much for the insightful section.
Thank you very much, Emmanuel, for a very good question. Yes, that is the essence of the Intellectual Property Protection and Technology Transfer Office, the IPPTO office, which is the director is Professor Ogunis. That's the essence of that office. If you as a researcher, you are doing your research and you think you've done the research up to an extent and you think it has market value, you are not alone on your journey. You are not the one that will go necessarily have to go and meet the industry. Okay, you work with the university, and that is where the IPPTO office comes into play. You go and meet them, and they will advise you on what to do. And that's the essence of our platform. Also, we have on the website. You can go to the platform at the IPPTO platform and can contact them there through that platform, or you go to the office and ask questions. You tell them about your research, and they will know which industry and how to bring about that synergy between, or that collaboration between the industry of interest and yourself, because we also need to protect you. If you bring an idea and you just go to the industry, they'll say, we are not interested. Okay, give us your proposal. You give them your proposal, and then you go away. And then when you come back, they tell you they are not interested. But they've collected your idea. When they start making money from it, you don't have that backing. You don't have the lawyers. You don't have that backing. Neither do you have the proof to show that this is actually your work. They can always defend it. So that is the essence of having to go to the IPPTO office to make sure that all this, because when it's big, we may look at it, oh, my invention is small. Some of it is really, really big. If you read some cases, okay, some things go to court for many years, having this battle in court because of intellectual property and all that. So it's important that you communicate whatever it is that you want to do. The IPPT office will bring about this collaboration, make sure that you are well protected as the researcher. Okay, make sure they give you the backing that you need, the counseling that you need, and follow you up all through your journey. Then we can also, where if need be, if it's that type of work, they can also start up, help you with startups. Okay, there can also be startups. So all those are under the office of IPPTO, and I think the COR as well. So maybe Professor Ogulisi will talk more about this. I wouldn't know if there is a session for that, but all that is covered to protect you. Because it's not just about going to the industry. You share your ideas, people will tell you they're not interested. They will take your idea. Once you've said it, they've taken it, and they are running with it. You may not have the money to expand it. They have the money to expand it, do more research, pay some Indian person to do it, and you can't prove that it's your idea. Thank you. I don't know if that answers the question.
I believe that should. So thank you so much, Dr. George, for that, for the questions. I really answered it really well. So we'll now be having the second section now, a digital platform tour of the IPTTO website. And this will be taken by Dr. Caleb Adelowo. Please let's welcome Dr. Adelowo at the take section now. Before that, let's also note that the link for the registration is on the chat box, and that's what will be used to send emails to us as regarding the login details. So let's do well to register so that our attendance can be taken. So, Dr. Caleb, you're welcome, sir.
Yes. Hi, Joshua. Dr. Caleb is joining now. You'll be host, so you can control whatever you need to control. Over.
Yeah, thank you very much. Pleasant morning, everyone. This is Caleb Adelowo from the National Center for Technology Management. I will be speaking to the Obafemi Awolowo University Innovation Digital Platform, which of course is where the LMS will be taken, will be conducted on. And critically, the platform was launched the 21st of January. This will actually give direction, especially to the process of to promote the awareness of the need of innovation within our university, and also to raise the consciousness of researchers and students, even to the relevance of intellectual property to national development and to their research endeavor, meaning beyond research, you can be richer than you are currently. So this is very important. And the moment you click on the link that I posted on the chat box there, this is the landing page that you will get to. And this landing page is only advocating that, yes, by getting in touch with the OAU IPTTO, you'll be advancing innovation and connecting for transformation, meaning the capacity to transform your research outputs to products, to technology, services in the industry is highly likely the moment you get in touch even with the office. So once you get to the office, once you get to the platform, you begin to see all sorts of things that are available to researchers. And of course, critical parts that I will touch on is knowledge that you see here. Your LMS, the recap program that most of the researchers on the call have actually registered for. And of course, the e-resources. These e-resources provide sufficient information to a large extent as to available documents that researchers and students need to familiarize themselves with in the university, especially guidelines on research misconduct, Obafemi Awolowo University Intellectual Property Policy. This is very important. Get yourself abreast of all of this information. They are going to help you even to know what is accrued to you from the commercialization of your intellectual property. That is when you get to know what percentage you are going to get if you follow adequately the route. And of course, the linkage and partnership policy before you begin to engage with outside firms, industry, or people. What do you need to know? Just like Professor George was responding to the question on what guides your interaction with public. So you need to visit the IP. They will help you package what is called non-disclosure agreements, meaning before you disclose your intellectual property to a third party, sign that document such that you can use that to still protect your IP even after you have discussed with either potential investors or any other person. Otherwise, you will lose what is called the novelty of your invention at the end of the day. So that is very key. And that is the more reason why it's so sensitive and then has to be handled that way. And of course, the university research policy is equally there to get yourself familiar with it. And also I must allude even to what Professor George mentioned, that research that will culminate into intellectual property is not likely to be a research done by just one person. It has to be collaborative. You have to combine minds together to come up with something that will be so relevant even to the industry and to people. And of course, on these e-resources, you have videos, recording of those ones. I think they have not been updated, but basically you have those documents there. And then from there, you can come to intellectual property directory. This one will show you who are our inventors within the university, right? And what have they worked on. So these are a list of inventors and inventions that we have in the university. So you don't come back tomorrow and say, yes, we have just invented dual control slurry port test rig, when you already have Professor Ayodele Daniel, who has already done that. So if you want to shift the frontiers of knowledge, this is a clear portal for you to visit. From the discussion from the DVC Research, Innovation and Development we had on last Friday, using this portal is very key. And even if you want to extend your use of patent information for research, there are other areas you can visit, just like the EPO, where Professor George learned research to market in a more advanced version. And of course, you have the World Intellectual Property Patent Pool, which is usually referred to as patent scope, and many other patent information that are available globally. So you need to keep yourself abreast of this vital information as you continue your research, and especially when you have it at the back of your mind that you are targeting specific markets. So all of these are very important. And sometimes the researchers don't pay attention to other part of intellectual property, especially the trademark, the trade secrets, the industrial design. All of these are very important as parts of your patent. So machinery, when you look at the cars that were made in the 80s, in the 90s, even in the 2000s, when you compare those shapes, even with what we have today, you see a marked difference. As that generation or decades is changing, the same way the industrial design component of those cars are equally changing. You can't see Mercedes, the recent one, and other people just copy it like that. It's not possible. So the same goes even for your work, essentially. And then the innovators within the universities, you see them, you can visit them, you want to interact with them. If investors is any of their innovation or inventions, they can come here and then get in touch even with them, possibly through IPTTO, or of course directly. They already have their email addresses there. One thing that I should sign here is when you are making that contact, because of the complexity of intellectual property, it's important for you to carry along the IPTTO so that they can guide you appropriately, so that you don't just throw away your intellectual property, because it's important for you to value your intellectual property. Intellectual property valuation is a big, part of intellectual property management on its own, which I think everybody on the call needs to understand a few about it so that you can value. For instance, your patent, how do you know how much it's going to command in the market, such that once it is produced into a product or process or services, then how much value do you place on it? So all of those has to be learned, has to be taught, and think part of it is going to be what you encounter in the course of the recap training today. So that's very important. So these are our innovators that we have in the university. You want to interact with them, you're most welcome to do so. And of course, about intellectual property innovation digital platform, and of course, IPTTO, this is the mission. Very clear and very pointed, is to be a globally recognized innovation and commercialization hub that connects technologies and market for sustainable development. So have anything of value to the markets. I don't think you are meant to be here, except you are here to just learn and then learn to do it sufficiently. And of course, the mandates are there. The mandates are also enshrined even in the intellectual property and technology transfer document that we have in the e-resources that we have. And these are preliminary messages, and of course, the thesis of the staff within the IPTTO, you have them straight on here. And of course, what are key services that are offered? Some of them have actually been mentioned. You want to file for a patent, trademark, industrial design, even you want to have a record of your copyright or registered it with the Copyright Commission of Nigeria. Of course, you are most welcome even to visit or link up with the office. And of course, in terms of popularizing, promoting intellectual property within the university, and of course, floating courses that is going to improve on the entrepreneurial competencies of faculties and students. This is the platform that's where you can actually pick up all of these so that you keep yourself to be able to navigate this ever-changing academic world and transform your department, transform your universities, even into a global rank. And of course, you have the industry linkage and consultancy, among the other stuff. The IP office can assist you, provided they have sufficient resources to actually link up even with the industry. You can see the distance between here and Lagos, but you can look around and see the kind of research that you do. What are the likely businesses that this research will definitely benefit and then begin to discuss the way forward. And of course, the moment you begin to discuss with industry and they are showing interest in what you do, you are already welcoming some more money, even for your research and to advance what you do. Basically, these are some of the events that had happened in the past. And if you want to see the testimony of those who have really interacted with them, these are some. This is from Professor Afolabi. Research commercialization makes research useful in real life, and that is the message. Once you get to that point, you become so fulfilled that you will want to do it again. That's why you see so many universities overseas, especially those in the advanced countries. They are happy doing, commercialization, even though even in their setting, it's not like, if you put it on the percentage compared to how much they spend on R&D, still not there yet, but they are pushing every day, every day, every day. So the same inspiration we should draw, especially from OAU Intellectual Property and Technology Transfer Offices. So I think I've covered virtually everything that we have here. And essentially, the next thing is for us to move to the LMS training program. And of course, if we want to quickly jump, if you're not going through the bar we have here, you can go to the bottom of the OAU IPTTU. You have the quick link that can quickly help you to navigate everything that we already have up there. This is the knowledge portal. The LMLS is there, the e-resources is also available. And of course, the contact is very, clear, and then you can quickly contact them, even through Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, and of course the YouTube that most people will be watching even from currently. So these are important scorecards that we have, how many people have visited, 60 plus patents have been filed, and of course the number of publications. As the publication is increasing, definitely that is where the indicator that yes, research is actively going on. And when this is done with focus on the market, you see the filing for patents also increasing within the university. And you see quite a number of researchers here. And of course, there is a way, I think, if you want to contact us, there is one contact us. Let me check the top. Contact us. Saw it earlier. That is where you can, no, not this. That you can just click and then it will take you to fill a survey. You can relay the survey to the office directly. And of course, if you want to learn more quickly, what exactly is intellectual property, just scroll down and check what is there. What is IPR? Check what is there, intellectual property is different from intellectual property rights. Until you have it in the form of a registered IP, it is not yet a right, but generally a creation of the mind, which could be logo, inventions, and the like. So the moment you have the right, then you have the trademark right, and then you have the patent right, the main type of intellectual property. So many quick link for you to learn more about intellectual property. What exactly is patent? It's also there. How do you file for a patent? The copyright, do you need to register a copyright before it becomes, and what are the processes by which you can commercialize all of those inventions? So this is equally very important for everyone within the university, both faculty and students, to engage even with the office so that you can protect your IP before you begin to discuss. It is not going to be good for you after you have understood all of this to now begin to lose out on your intellectual property endeavor. So some people are for the link. I want to really thank you so much for the opportunity, and I wish you a fruitful journey in your learning endeavors. Thank you so much. Not on.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Dr. Adilawa. That's a very illuminating session. And I know that those of us on the call has been able to also check through some of the websites, links being sent to follow along. So if you have questions regarding the digital platform, we can do well to raise our hands or send a question on the chat box. There are also some people joining us from YouTube. We recognize you. Also for registration, let's do well to also register. The link has been sent to the attendance link rather has been sent to the chat box. So let's ensure we register. And those also on YouTube, the link has been sent on the YouTube platform. Let's do well to register. So
Links, there are some questions on the YouTube.
so we're taking questions now. So please, can you, if you're not, please let's mute our mics if you don't have any question. I will
linked, there
taking
are some
questions from
questions on
the
the
YouTube
YouTube.
now.
Yes, yes.
So we're taking questions from the YouTube. I think the question that was sent there was about the link, the attendance link, and it has been responded to. Sorry, please. So since there's no more any question, we'll be okay. There's a question on the chat box here. It says, does the sui generis mentioned in the intellectual property directory meant to be a type of IP? So this is from Dr. Titilayo Onifade. Dr. Caleb Adilawa.
Sorry, can you repeat the question, please? Or is it in the chat?
It's on the it's in the chat. It says, does
the sui generis mentioned in
Yes.
the IP directory mean to be a type? No, sui generis is not a kind of IP. You know, we have conventional intellectual creations that fit perfectly well into buckets of what we call IPR. For instance, logo can become trademark, and of course, inventions can become what is called patents, as the case may be. And of course, there are intersections such that you can place them specifically, especially when you consider how they are, especially when it concerns biodiversity, breeders' rights, plant variety, all those ones, they have to be handled carefully. And that is where sui generis actually come to play on all of those ones. Meaning those ones that are not like a straight jacket that can be fit into specific IP regime. So there are sui generis opportunities that have been created for some of them, which of course they can fit into. Yeah. I hope that answers your question, Doc. Yeah.
Yes, I believe so. Thank you so
I
much.
believe so too, yeah.
Thank you so much, Dr. Philip, for that. So the question is good. So the link, please just do well to register. That's very important. The link will be sent again. It has been sent to the chat box. So let's go to check the chat box to register. We'll be having the next section now. And also, let's check our email to get the login details. To get the login details for the LMS platform, I believe the mail has been sent to our inbox. But if you've not taken the attendance, please let's do well, because that will be used also in sending the mail. So we're calling upon the next facilitator for this section now, for the next section. So I'm calling upon Mr. Victor Atire, who will be taking us through the practical part of today's program, an on section on navigating the LMS platform. So Mr. Victor Atire will be walking us through everything about from onboarding to submitting answers and reaching out to tutors. So Mr. Victor, I hope you're on the call. The floor is yours now.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Good day, everyone. Happy to be here. Nice to meet all of you. And I am hoping you are enjoying the program. Yeah, so straight to the point, like the moderator said, this is much more like a hands-on section on like a practical section. So I think you can also send your questions because it's more like a practical stuff. So as you're trying it over there, you could send your questions. I will also be replying as fast as I can. Yeah, but
Hello,
to
Prof.
dive into that, someone from the team can, I think I'm using a router, so someone from the team would share, like would auto connect also, and then we can present from the screen. I don't know if CORO and or someone there can just share the screen. Someone with the login details. Have everyone been able to receive his or her login details? Because that would be where would, as you're trying it over here, you try it over there. So I don't know if we can confirm if you have all received the login details. Okay, so this is the recap section. But before this, if you just go to the site and click on LMS.
Sorry, I've not received it. Oh.
Okay, someone from the team would share.
Sorry, I haven't received it.
Okay, so I will hold on a bit so that everyone can receive it. And yeah.
Are you sending it directly to our email
Yes,
or
the
phone number?
email. Like
Okay.
just recheck your email. You could
Okay.
refresh. Let me know the latest. Thank you. So currently we are waiting for everyone to receive his or her email. I think that could take maybe 1 or 2 minutes, and then just so that everybody moves along and we are all together.
Oh,
Can we
okay,
log in
thank you.
directly?
Can I come in a little? Let me come in
Sure.
here.
Yes, Prof.
Okay, good morning, everyone. We have had a lot of challenges with the response of participants to email. And as you can see, we are just 60 on this call. We are as over 200 people registered to participate. We sent email, but majority did not respond. And we also created WhatsApp where we have about 150 people, but all the same, we only have 59 people here. I hope you can still hear me. So what we do, or I mean, what we have now will be easy for us. People can sign in. As many people that are here can log in, and they will log in directly. Emmanuel, please share information, or Damilola, share information about how they can log in. Just share it on the chat box. For those who have correct email, some of them did not drop correct email address. Let's do that now.
Yeah. I think
Damilola, please send a chat message that shows the instruction for participation.
yeah, I think
Then, so I
Joshua-
don't think this your page. I don't think you should share because we need somebody who is a student. You are a tutor.
Okay.
So you are using my login details. So we need somebody who is a student to sign in.
Okay.
That is the person whose screen can be easy for people to follow. But let everybody get their password now. Damilola, please post the instruction on login details. Are you there? Okay,
Yes,
this is
okay,
Emmanuel.
I'm here.
Okay. Emmanuel, great. So you can use this page to teach the participant, Victor.
Yeah.
So Emmanuel, you registered for the course, I suppose. Okay, great. And you got your password. So please post the instruction for signing in or logging in on the chat box.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
So what is the password? So let me tell, for those who have given us their correct email address, if you are listening to me, this is your password or this is your login detail. If you don't get this done correctly, then it means that you didn't give us your correct email address. So, but if you have given us your correct email address, what we need to do is simple. Your username, when you click on this course module, when you get to the LMS, following the instruction up to point 3, you input your email and password. So your email is your email. So your username is the first letter of your username. Of your surname. So the first letter of your surname and your full name. That is your username. The first letter of your surname. And then your password is password 123. Damilola, please post this on the chat, or let me see if I can copy and post. Just a minute. Or Emmanuel, will you rather speak to how you logged in? Emmanuel.
Yes, Mike.
Emmanuel Olojo. Okay, speak to how you logged in so we can quickly.
Okay, ma. The email was sent to my mail. So the first letter of my surname in small letters, that's in lowercase, with my name, that's my first name in lowercase, joining it together. So my surname is actually Bangoshes, and my name is Emmanuel. So that's B Emmanuel, everything in small letter. That was my username. Then the password, that's capital letter P, then the rest small letter 123 at. Then to give you a prompt to change the password. That was how I was able to log in.
Thank you. So over to you, Victor. I'll post in the chat box now. Victor, over to you.
All right. Thank you, Ma, for that presentation, and thank you, Emmanuel, for your assistance. So, like we said, we were able to come up with this commercialized research recap course, and this will enable us to have a hands-on experience also. So directly, you could, when you go on your dashboard, you would see this blue tick, this blue box there. So you just click on research commercialization. No, here, this my course, under my course, you would see this. So when you see this, you know that already you are on your dashboard. So you just click on that research commercialization and acceleration program. Just click there. Yeah. So now this gives you automatic entrance. You could see your access. You could see the courses there in modules. So you could scroll down. This is like the names of the tutors that took this course, that prepared this course for you. And then these are the testimonials. So when you view this video, you could see the testimonials of people that are taking this course and what they have to say. Some of them are in written notes also. So these are the testimonials. We have about 3 there. There are actually more, but we just, for convenience, we just put about 3 there. So now going down, you could see the module 1. This is recap 001. That this talks about the introduction. You could see. So when you click on it, you could access the videos, each of those modules. They are broken down into 1, 2, 3. Yeah. So you could see this is module 1.1. When you open it, we will not be doing that now, but on your own end, you could try it out. So this is module 1.1, and the tutor there digested everything and broke down everything, simplified everything in a wonderful way. So I would like us to go to module 1.2 and other sections. So this is the module 1.2. Same format, and in fact here was a visualized terms which used visually, which explained some format visually. After that was 1.3, and then the recap quiz. So after every module, there's a recap quiz for every module to access your learning, so you could easily test your learning. And one of the beautiful things, yeah, you could see attempt quiz, and it's fast. You could grade yourself on each module. So this means that no one is left out. No, this is at your own pace. After every module, you come, assess it, and grade yourself. You could also go back again and redigest it after every assessment. So, and this is how module 2, 3 also follow the same format with quizzes for you, for your digestion. So I think we have about, scroll down, I want to show the viewers how many modules we have. Yeah, no, just down. Good. Yeah. So we have almost about 17 modules. You could or 13. I think so. Is that the final part towards the end?
Yes, sir. It's 13 modules, sir.
Yes, 13 modules. So yeah, so I believe on your own end you're finding this easy. So if you are having any challenge, please, you could reach out via the chat box. You could reach out on the group. I am 100% accessible, and I'll be responding to you quick on any issues you experience. But from this, you could see that it's easy to navigate and excellent also for anyone that would be signing up. Just to conclude, there are stuffs. This recap program, this recap course has been developed in some strategic ways, such as there's market and sales in here, there's technology also, and there's licensing inside of this. inside of this package, there's licensing, how you could license your stuff, the different kinds of patents. If you check module 8, I think I would just love us to see module 8. I would love us to see module 8. Please, can you go to module 8? Yes. So now this, so you could see on our module 8 we have this 8.1, 8.2, 8.3, which shows us research commercialization pathways, the various pathways in industries, the various pathways for academia, and you pre-disclosure, disclosure, evaluation. So I think this course is 100% wonderful for starters and also for professionals also, because of the various packages it has here. And you could always check out your score, check out your dashboard. Once you create your dashboard, you could always go back to it anytime. And you could, there's this mail, if you look at this alert button, the alert, and there's an alert button at the front here toward the right, so it shows you the notification, and this is the chat in which you could just chat us in and we'll respond to you as quickly as we can. And also don't forget that on WhatsApp and on our lines, you could on our emails, you could always reach out to us, a prompt response. I think I'll call it an end for now, and I'll be hoping to receive your questions, and any need for clarification, I'll also be here. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Victor Attere. I don't know whether we could just take a moment to just play just a short.
Okay, thank you. I think a quick one here. Let's know your challenges. This is hands-on session. We want everybody to go to the LMS platform. You can run it concurrently with your Zoom. Go to LMS, check if you are able to log in, if you are able to change your password, do all of that now. Please, let's do all of that and provide our responses in the chat box. You want to be sure that we are not saying that some people will not have itches, but let's see. At least I can see somebody say, it's saying you are currently using guest access and no access. That's a challenge. I'm surprised, but I doubt if that person changed password immediately. Thank you, Gloria Okunola. Logged in successfully. So we need your feedback. We need to see if you are able to see the course, whatever it is. Somebody is saying invalid login. Okay. I hope there was no problem with your email. Please, Joshua, help me note Titi Layo Onifade unable to log in. And the complaint is that it's saying you are currently using a guest access. Some of this thing may be because, guest access, I understand you are from NASATEM, and then the institutional email thing can be a challenge. I think that's why it's saying you are currently using guest access, because this is on OAU platform. So
And also,
that's why we kept emphasizing. Yes.
If probably you didn't register, you also may have a challenge.
She registered.
Okay. So
who is having a challenge?
Now, if you didn't register, you have a challenge on boarding. So because people have been onboarded from the platform at the back end.
People have been onboarded. We test run this. Okay, login successful. Thank you. Okay, the link isn't working. Check your website. It's working elsewhere. Somebody said my wrong name on my account, name Bukola Oyebanji. There is a Bukola Oyebanji. So I don't know, maybe you didn't register correctly, or maybe you were given, maybe something went wrong while they were sending your email. So sending you an email. So what you do, follow the instruction that is already posted here, using your the first letter of your surname together with your first name as your password. Just do that. Just do that. In fact, nobody needs to send any email. Let everybody who has registered do that. So let's forget about sending email now, because I noticed really do well with emails. Yes, Adeoluwa Adeleye, go to the chat box. You will see the instruction to log in. You did not receive login detail. Check the instruction that I've just posted here. If you still cannot get it done, let me know, because some emails were found to be invalid in the process of generating the login details. So I'm going to post the instruction here again for those who probably joined late. We want you to practice and tell us your challenge so we can resolve them quickly, because we want to be sure everybody can be onboarded. Faride Akinloye Jimoh cannot get to IPTTO platform or LMS. That's strange. Please check your what's it called now? Check your network, check your browser, because you can always get there, and use the address just posted by Caleb Adelowo. Yes, I've logged in successfully. Thank you. Osireme Oshunro, thank you. Grace, I'm finding it difficult to log in. What exactly is the problem? Okay, Bashira Damilola Jimoh, invalid login from my end. Please, let's note this, because if it is invalid login from your end, it could also be that your email was not correctly written. We had many invalid emails. So make sure you fill the attendance form. That is why this is also very important. Fill the attendance Google form, and make sure you are putting in your correct email. If you don't put in your correct email address, you may still have some problems. Okay, Titilayo Onifade from NASATEM. We will talk to them at Interco to see how we can navigate that challenge. We will resolve that. So don't worry, I'll get back to you. Please, Joshua notes Titilayo Onifade from NASATEM.
My name is Professor Babajide Samuel Afolabi. Interestingly, coming for this research program, I came in just to have a taste of what I thought it's just one of those things that we normally have.
So please let people continue to, let participants continue to log in.
I am here because I discovered that it's a life-changing.
You have login challenges. You are free to send us
and I think my
chat message on the WhatsApp group after today, in case you did not capture your
course or something that postgraduate students should necessarily undergo in order to improve our
Adeola Olodu looks like
and also there should
you can't
be
reach the LMS sites on your end. That's still the problem.
By the university
Invalid login.
To ensure that the researches that have been carried out in the university are exposed.
It's not accepted.
So that
Please,
as
Grace,
many of them as are commercializable,
Grace, we don't know your full name.
From now. Thank you very much.
Sites can't be reached. I've tried 2 times. I'm sure it's not likely to be, because I can reach the sites and many people can reach the sites. Check your browser, please. Olusegun Olagunju have not been able to log into LMS. Please, Olusegun Olagunju, let us know if you were able to get to the OAU IPTTO website, and it's just the LMS that you cannot log into. Interestingly, we have some of our team members who are also unable to log in. I'm suspecting it has to do with their browser. Check your browser. Are you
training period
or
3 intensive,
I'm currently using
training
Internet Explorer.
has been very impactful for me.
It's important you are using
it's a recap program,
compatible browser.
But I actually call it a reset program, because with involvement with this program, I've been able to
Dorcas Afolabi, were you able to get to IPTTO website? You are hearing
And
us? Were you able to get to our
everything that has to do
website?
with me
Oh, great.
generally,
So it's
even
the LMS.
outside
We need to
academia
try
and
another
research
platform.
this
Browser
training is
for your
highly recommended
LMS
for
to work.
everyone. And I hold I'm involved in 2 patents, and I see that
Thank
one
you.
can do much more with the research, as well with teaching as well as with research.
Login successful.
And with
Thank
the
you.
patents I
Oh,
have,
IFAB.
I think
This is an evidence that
though I can say I'm on the way,
platform
but
is
then there's
responsive.
so much
You
more
just
to
be
be
having
done.
network or browser
So
conflict.
much more to be done.
For the
I
invalid
recommend this
login,
program for
we will
everyone.
create
Thank you.
another password for you or look into your case. Perhaps your email address is not correct. Okay. Who is this? I'm Oluwaseun, not. I can't see the difference. I'm Oluwaseun, not Oluwaseun man. That's not. There's nothing different from the two
My name is
Oluwaseun there.
Olusoji Adeyosoye.
Let us know the problem. Gotten into the portal, LMS site can't be
and
reached.
a lot of
Check
people
your browser.
participate on this recap
Login
program.
successful. Grace.
It has
Thank
been an
you.
awesome session of
Retake
training,
the
intensive
attendance.
training for 3 days.
Sent
Today
to
is
my
the third
email.
day,
I've tried it again.
and
Still saying
I
invalid login
believe,
details.
strongly
Please
believe that
let's
all
note
of us who have
Bashirat,
been privileged to
Damilola
participate
Jimo,
in
and
this program
see
are not going to leave the same way we came in. And it's going to lead us into
what the
effective
problem is.
contribution
Let's
of
note all the
creators to
invalid login
ensure a paradigm
details.
shift in OAU. The
Unable
way we used to do it, now we have
to
learned
log in. I've tried
better
multiple
ways
times.
of
Emmanuel, okay,
Hello,
please
ma.
check
approaching
your
the
browser.
commercialization
Check your browser.
of
Is
our
it the
Hello, ma.
LMS that
ideas,
you can log in?
and
Yes.
going to the extent of being innovative about what we
Oluwaseun, what's
do
the complaint?
and how to contribute back to the development of Nigeria as a country. So
No,
Yes,
it's
this is a
Bukola,
wonderful
ma.
Oluwaseun.
session,
Please,
and all the participants are happy.
my
And we
account
want
was
to give
supposed to be
kudos
sent
to
to
the
Bukola Oyebanji.
IP
That's what was sent to me.
CTO
And the Bukola Oyebanji have not seen any message,
like
ma.
this that could
Okay, but
So I
follow
don't know
the
if I should
instruction
go
on.
ahead to register with that account.
together, both the supervisors
Hello,
and the
Bukola,
research
please
students.
sign
So,
in
thank you.
using the instruction that I posted on this
Yes,
platform.
when I signed in, man, it was Bukola Oyebanji that was
That
on
is
that
David.
platform. With the username and the password, it was Bukola Oyebanji's account.
Oh, it took you to Bukola Oyebanji's account.
Yes, ma. And the woman have not seen her own login details. That's why I'm saying, because I don't want to, because I have to change the password. If I change, we'll not be able to access it again.
Oh, please don't change it.
All right,
Let's
ma.
you know her now, you know Professor Labanji. You can just
Yes, I will
allow
message
her
her
to
with
sign
that.
in while
I
we
will
look
message
at
her with
why
that
you did.
details.
Oh, great. So
Please,
we
that
will
means I
note
will
it.
not have
Are you
account
on
to
the
register.
WhatsApp?
What should I do?
Don't worry. Are you on the WhatsApp group?
Yes, ma. Yes, ma.
You will get you will just send us a message now. Send us a message with your full name, with your correct email address. For everyone that is having problems, send us a message on the WhatsApp group. Tell us your name, your email address, your correct names, please. I signify which one is your surname. Write your surname, your other names, or first name, and then your email address, so that we can pick it up from the WhatsApp group. I think that's better for us. Everybody having one complaint or the other, please go to the WhatsApp group, leave a message, put there your full name, surname. Maybe you just make your surname uppercase or write it as surname, then write your first name, then write your email address, and probably your complaint.
Good morning, ma.
Be specific about your complaint. Thank you.
Good morning, ma. Good morning,
Good
ma.
morning. Yes.
This is Ms. Olagunju. It is Oluwaseun, not Sheguma. When I log into the account you gave me, it took me to Advancing Innovation Connecting for Transformation. Is that LMP or LMS that you're talking about?
No. Maybe you joined us late.
I didn't join late, ma. I joined at 10 a.m. ma. I joined your
That's the digital platform page. So go to Knowledge Portal.
Knowledge Portal.
Look at the bars on the top. You will see services, you will see contact us. Knowledge Portal.
Okay, ma. Thank you.
When you get to Knowledge Portal, you will see the drop down option. Click on LMS there.
Okay. Okay, ma. Thank you, ma.
Okay, thank you. Dorcas Afolabi logged in successfully.
Good
That's
morning.
great.
Good
Good
morning.
morning.
Thank you.
Morning.
Yes, I posted a piece of information just now. I've been
Okay.
able to log in, but the name of my dashboard is different from my name. It's only the first name that is mine. The surname is not mine.
Okay. Okay. Like I said, we had over 200 participants that registered. So maybe there was some mix-up.
So what
Please
should be
send us a
done?
message on the WhatsApp group. Are you on the WhatsApp group? Are you on the WhatsApp group, please?
Yes, I am.
And please leave a message on the WhatsApp group. Your correct information, your email, your surname, your first name, and your complaints.
Okay. All right. I'll do that. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, I reached out earlier that my OAU email was not working. Sorry. I think I lost that message. Please, anybody can unmute himself or herself and speak so that we attend to the ones we can attend to. I can't access the sites. Oluwase,
I'm listening.
please check your network. Check your network, please.
Hello, Prof.
Anybody that is having problem, yes.
Hello, Prof. Yeah, I think whatever is going to be shared should be limited to the platform. Shouldn't be shared on the live stream, the YouTube, right? The email, the password, and all of those, they are personal information. So the people on the course should pay attention to that. So let's go back to our platform to resolve whatever issues, and then come back here to discuss whatever we can. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, thank you very, very much. So whatever issues that we have, let's send it to our WhatsApp platform. I think the YouTube does not allow us to do all of this. By the way, you cannot just log in except you have registered. I also need to add that we have shared that information. Does not mean that it is automatic that anybody can sign in. That's what we call onboarding. You have been programmed to be able to enter that page. So if you have not registered with us, even if you try to put your surname and your email, it will not work. Franny De Akinloye Jimo, I think, sir, Prof, there was a problem with your email. I spotted it myself. And I think I added you on my own to the WhatsApp group. Please kindly send us a WhatsApp message so we can
Name is different from this thing.
Put it on the WhatsApp group. Are you on the WhatsApp? Are you on the WhatsApp group? We want to close soon. We promised ourselves that this meeting will last only 2 hours. If you have been able to log in successfully, please send us a message in the chat box. If you are having problems, please go to the WhatsApp group and leave a message. Leave a message, put your email address on the WhatsApp group for online recap.
So, Ma, I just want to quickly address something for
Okay, please.
Bukola, the complaint made, Bukola Oyebanji and Bukola Oyebola. The challenge was that because their name and surname was almost the same, the username and password was the same.
Okay.
So
And the
that
first
was
to sign
the
in
challenge
was the
thing.
one that had, yes, I agree.
So I just checked the details now. That was the challenge. We'll make the correction.
We will work on it. Thank you.
Thank you, ma.
Okay. Okay, so Thank you, Mutira Tijani. You have logged in successfully. So, Victor, do you still want to say something before we end this session?
No, not at all. We'll just follow up with the complaints and any issues via the WhatsApp as they drop their complaints there.
Okay.
So if you have not yet registered and possibly you're not on the WhatsApp, please let's do well to register using the registration link, the attendance link. I think that way you could also be onboarded. So if you are not on the WhatsApp page and you haven't registered, please the attendance link, let's do well to register so that we can then also be onboarded and added to the group. Yeah. So I think on that note will be Tofma.
All right.
So I think on that note we'll be coming to an end, bringing the session to an end. And on behalf of the recap team, I want to sincerely thank our speakers, Dr.
We
George.
are not done. I'm taking the last session.
Okay, sorry. So we're having the last section now, which is the general remark by Professor Gulusi Grace, the Director of Intellectual Property Office, IPPTA. So you're welcome, Mark. And
thank you. Thank you. So I want to share my screen. Trying to share my screen, please. Can you see my screen, please? Can you see my screen?
yes, we can see it, Mark.
Okay, great.
Yes.
So let me leave it. Please, we are rounding up now, and I'm just going to pass across some vital information to Ross. I don't want to do a slideshow, but I believe you'll be able to see whatever I have here. So once again, I want to say good morning and welcome to everybody. I'm sure we've had a nice time on this training and onboardization and acceleration program, which is also organized by the IPTTO OAU. A lot has been said. I'm sure you know from our agenda, we are at the last, second to the last point. But before we continue, let me tell you our success stories from the RIC. I love the presentation of Professor George because she was there physically. The Research Acceleration and Commercialization Program held between February 1 and February 3rd, 2024. February 1 and February 3, 2024. For us, it was an eye-opener. It was very exciting. It was very insightful. And it will surprise you that for the 3 days that we had this training, even our professors could not leave. And that is why I believe that all of us must be privileged to participate in this recap. And the reason the team, I have a long list of team members, time will not permit me to start rolling out everybody's name. But once again, I want to thank them, from Professor George to Dr. Adelowo, to all the IPTTO staff, to our interns, to some volunteers. We've been able to do a thorough job to ensure that what our researchers enjoyed for 3 days, you have watched some of the testimonials. We believe that it will not be easy to always bring everybody together for 3 days. And of course, it's also very expensive to bring facilitators for this kind of training because it's a high-level training. So for that reason, we thought about it that, looking at these testimonials and even the impact that we have had after this training, we should be able to make everybody able to access this course without being in a venue for 3 days. So that is the reason we have converted this to our online modules, and the team has done a fantastic work. Please help me appreciate the team. Help me appreciate them. Just appreciate them using the right emoji. Everybody, I couldn't mention everybody, but they did a lot of work to get this done, from video editing to cutting off some parts, to certain questions. Everybody in the team watched the videos because that is what we have put together. Thank you. So, Professor George, sorry, I'm not yet used to it. She became a professor and she was announced just last week. Pardon me if I go back to Dr. George. So Professor George was one of the participants. I'm sure as you watch the videos, you will see her putting in all her energy, all her passion into that 3-day training. So we are here now. Everybody can access in the comfort of their homes. They can learn, they can watch the videos, they can answer the questions, and they will learn about research and innovation, intellectual property, approaches to research, commercialization, how to evaluate technology progress of their research outputs, and also research commercialization pathways, talking about how can I turn my invention or my idea into money. Then when you want to run a business, how do you generate the business model? You probably thinking of a startup doing setting up a company on your own. You need to know the operating model, and then how do you pitch your invention, and many others. As an encouragement for everybody, let me inform you that for that physical training, we had 150 people who attended. That wasn't a small thing to have 150 people attend a 3-day training. And that comprised of PhD students, PhD supervisors, researchers, other researchers from other universities. They paid for the course. They were there for the 3 days, lodging in Ife and participating. We had 22 of them from other universities like University of Elisha. I think we also had them from Bowen, from this other university in Ondo. And some of their testimonials, you can see it here. Professor Babajide Odu, you have shown us this video. You'll be privileged to watch this again on the LMS platform. Also, Oyetunde Oyeyemi, a lecturer from University of Medical Sciences, Ondo, also couldn't hold back his feelings. And Dr. Dayo Adekpiti, who is the current Vice Dean of Pharmacy, Faculty of Pharmacy. In fact, she called it a reset, because by the time you are done with the course, you just tell yourself, so where have I been all this while? How come nobody told me this? Like Professor George said, you will see that there is more to research than just putting in your time and your resources and then leaving it in form of publication. There's a lot more you can do. So I'm not going to spend so much time on that, but I'll tell you what you need to know about this recap in the online version. What are some things you need to know? Like I said, it's a catalyst for problem-solving research. Everybody thinking about solving a problem. Professor George also emphasized that. It's also about innovation, seeing how you can turn your research, overcome the valley of death between your laboratory results and then the market. How do you generate income after you have been able to solve the problem that others have or the society has? And of course, it's about real-world impact. I'm happy Dr. Caleb talked about feeling fulfilled. Just imagine how it feels when you wake up and you see that, oh, the device you develop is working for some people, they are happy, and you are also happy too. You feel fulfilled. You feel that, oh, this is what it means to be a researcher, to be a professor. You have a product in the market and you continue to get your royalty. People continue to use it and they smile. So this is about real world impact. For this online recap, it is strictly for our OAU staff and students, researchers. Sorry, this is students, not students. OAU staff and student researchers. So it is not something that we are throwing open to the entire world or society. And that is why we have been able to put some measures in place for those who have registered to be strictly for OAU. And as you can see, we are using our platform that's costing the university a lot of money. So it is to ensure that you are equipped with that ability, with the capability to do a meaningful research, whether you're a PhD student, you're an undergraduate student, you are a mid-level researcher or early career researcher or very senior researcher. So this online course broken into modules, some of them have some sub-levels, but in totality, everything is just about 17 hours. So it will take you like 17 hours non-stop to finish the video, to watch all the videos. So we have broken it into just 13 modules, total 17 hours, approximately, maybe 17 hours and a few minutes. Of course, that's aside the test that you will take. Then is a self-paced course, generally speaking, but let me emphasize that the self-paced option has no certificates. We are not going to issue certificates to people as they take the course at their leisure. I love the fact that Professor George emphasized that you should not leave the course for a long time before you finish it. That is very important so that you don't lose the steam that is giving you. Sit down with it. Thankfully, there isn't much academic activities now. Everybody can spend quality time to ensure that they face it. And 17 hours is barely less than a whole day. So you can do it. However, we also value the fact that this is a special course that people should get certificates for. But we don't want to put anybody on anybody. However, for you to get a certificate for the recap course, it is possible. We have discussed with Interco, but we are not going to leave it open-ended. If you are going to get a certificate, you have to complete it between now and next month. So you have to devote time, you have to take your jotter with you, do all the writing, whatever you want to do, absorb it properly, digest it. We want to see that rigor in it. In fact, we should leave it for 1 month, but just because we know our researchers can be very busy, we have put it to run from May 5 to June 30. If you want a certificate, you have to finish this course by June 30. That is very crucial. And you also need to have a minimum of 70 in each and every test that you take. So you must have 70% score in all the tests. And we just adjusted the settings just yesterday to say, oh, let's allow for 2 attempts. So if you do it once and you are not getting up to 70, you are privileged to do it again. So we have put 2 attempts for our students. Everybody is participating. And then printing certificates is costly. Done our market survey. You can't get the certificates from us without payment. So the cost for the certificate, paper certificate signed by the DVC and the director of IPTTU will come at the cost of 10,000 naira. So that is what we need to know. You are free to ask me any question after this session. But before I leave you, let me emphasize that there are other supports. In fact, as you take the course, as you run the modules, you will find out that you may still need to know more things about certain aspects so that you can actually build your own capability. And so we also recommend that you go to our WIPO website and take WIPO courses. Sorry, this is actually for WIPO, not, this is for WIPO websites. So then the IPO website, WIPO is World Intellectual Property Organization. You can find the website here. For the IPO, that's the European Patent Office, we have a collaboration with them for knowledge transfer to Africa. That is the K2 TA. That Professor George was onboarded for. So if you are interested, you can let us know. If you want to take more courses, there are some specialized courses too that they offer, but there are other general courses on their website. Just go to European Patent Office website, find other courses that may interest you there. So part of the support that you have as you take this and for your own advancement is the IPTTO website, which we have taken you through. So there are services you can explore. Go to our website at iptto.oauife.edu.ng. If you join this meeting late, please go back there, use the platform, explore the platform beyond just running the LMS course. That's what we are saying. Look at in fact, you can watch the videos of patentees, people who have inventions in the university, people who have innovation, some of them from ACE, that's the African Center of Excellence. Some of them from various departments. We see some of them have like 6, 7 patents. Some of them like have 3 patents. We feature our researchers. You have been taken through that website. Take your time and watch the videos that we have put there. Some of our past trainees are there, past lectures. One of them is by Dr. Caleb. One of them is by Professor Aderomu, Professor Shola Aderomu, the DVC ACAD. You can also visit our YouTube link. I forgot to mention that. Just go to OAU IPTTO. Check on the YouTube link. You'll find some of our program recordings that can help you in your journey to innovation. Then you can visit our office. The physical building is at IFES Building, OAU. In case you think that, beyond the website, you still want to see us and interact with us, maybe for consultancy, maybe for patent drafting, maybe for patent filing, or any kind of IP filing, trademark, you need our support for copyright, anything you want from IPTTO physically, you can visit us. However, you can make use of the contact us option on the digital platform so that you can send your an email to us. We will receive it and we will respond to you privately. So you don't really need to be with us physically. However, we understand that there are some instances where you will need to see us physically. Maybe you also have a contract agreement with some sponsors. How do you protect your IP? We will be there to sign for you, to take the legal aspect of it off you, run it through the legal unit of the university, and ensure that we protect your rights while you enjoy the sponsorship. So part of the new strategy for research commercialization is the digital platform that you are visiting. That's the website where we host the LMS, or where we link you to the LMS platform rather. So it's good for you if you have any information, anything you feel that, I want the whole world to see this, because it will improve your visibility as a researcher. Maybe you have some excellent research work that you have protected. You can showcase your work. We are also there to ensure that we bridge university industry gap and also showcase your invention. It enhances collaboration because you can see our researchers that are there. Go there on your own, visit and see, oh, are there researchers that have done certain work in my area and they can support me as I'm thinking of this idea that can solve a problem and can, become an innovation. So think about that. Go to the website so that you can have collaboration. Like somebody has a question, you are in education. There are a lot of things people are doing in education. People are working with those who are in tech to develop digital devices, apps, and whatever. They are developing curriculum that people are subscribing to, and they are getting paid for it. So there's a lot you can do. So don't leave the website there just to do LMS course. No, you can do much more than that. And part of our success story is also that OAU has got a lot of IP assets. Currently, we have 78 patents owned by different researchers in the university, and the university owns them too. There is that understanding in our policy, and we have also facilitated the registration of copyright for many of our IP owners, and you can see these results as is put in the chat. So I want to thank you very much for taking time to attend this training, and we do hope that others can still be onboarded as they reach out to us. We will share them the link to this training so they can be trained and they can also maximize the LMS course. They can explore our website, the IPTTO website. So we'll make this available as people reach out to us, especially those who are unable to attend this training. As we conclude this one, we are also planning that in another 3 months, we'll put out a new call for more people to join and take the training. So you can tell your friend as you are enjoying it and learning, and you're like, wow, so this I need to know. Please, you can recommend the course for your supervisor. If you are a PhD student, it only helps the two of you to be able to think alike and cooperate as you develop your research proposal, as you try to create invention. Do all of this because I'm sure that you are not going to remain the same after this online course. So thank you very much. I will now hand over to the moderator.
Thank you so much, Professor Grace Ogunlusi, for taking us systematically about what the course is all about, the duration, assessment method, and certificate. So as we head, please let's try as much as possible to complete the course by June, so that we can also get a certificate. And on how to go about that, we can also get more information on the group too, on WhatsApp group. So, and to access the WhatsApp group, as I said earlier, let's ensure that we fill the attendance link from the attendance form from the link sent at the chat box. So if you haven't done that, please let's ensure we do that. So on this note, will be on behalf of the recap team, I want to sincerely, okay, before we conclude, I want to ask if there's any question from what Prof said. So if you have any question, please let's just signify or just unmute yourself. Probably any questions regarding what she just said now. You can just unmute yourself or type on the chat box so she could answer. Just a minute for that. I don't think I could see any hands on. Okay. So
good morning.
Okay.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. You can go on, ma. Is
it possible for us to have physical training, if at all it's just 30 minutes for some of us? Because there are some things that you ask us to do. I was unable to do it. Maybe just 30 minutes for us so that we'll be able to do all these things. At least we see Eugene and I will try it on our own too.
Okay, you mean in terms of accessing the platform?
Physical training for us, like the one you have done now. It's virtual. If we can come see you and then you do it for us. At least if it's between now and next week, so we can do it before the student resume. The suggestion, sir.
Okay, Prof. Ma, I don't know whether you have any response to that one.
Okay,
Yes,
thank you. Thank you, Ma. One of the reasons we moved this meeting to online or a virtual version is to ensure that we can reach everybody in spite of the school closure. So in view of that, it will still be difficult to call for a physical training again next week. However, if you have any challenge whatsoever, you can reach out to me, you can reach out to any of the tutors. You can reach out to us on the WhatsApp group. Are you there on the WhatsApp group, Ma? Hello, Ma. Are you there on the WhatsApp group? Hello? Can anybody else hear me?
Hello, Ma.
Yes.
I'm on the WhatsApp group, Ma.
Very good.
I've heard you. Thank you,
Yes.
Ma.
You can reach out to me. You can reach out to... I will also give you the contact of all the tutors. Professor George, Professor Caleb,
Thank
Dr.
you, Ma.
Caleb, Professor Caleb, by God's grace, and Victor, myself, you can reach out to us. And we will give you all the necessary support. There's nothing to worry about. And for all the
Thank you.
issues that people have with login, we also resolve them. Thank you.
Yeah, there's a question. Thank you, Ma, for that. There's a question regarding the certificate. So they said, apart from the paper certificate, can there be an e-certificate issued after completing the course?
Okay, if you complete the course within the stipulated time, you will get a paper certificate. We are not giving e-certificates. And when I discussed this with the Inteku team, one of the things they mentioned, because I suggested e-certificate, it's about authenticating the certificates. So we have been giving out, we gave out certificate for the participants that attended the physical recap training in 2024. We will continue to give out hard copies so that we are, in a way, we have our, I don't know what to call it. We have the security measures and all that there. So we are not going to give any e-certificates. If we are giving you e-certificates, I don't think we will be doing justice to it. We have been giving out our hard copies all along.
Okay, Ma, thank you. So for the link for registration, for the attendance link, it has been sent to the group again. So let's do well to register, and so that possibly you've not been onboarded, you can be added. So I'm trying to check for any other question before we call it a day.
Okay, if there is no other question,
so in
let me
absence
also
of any question, okay.
Let me inform us that we have seen the messages sent by people who have complaints logging in. We will look into it and we will get back to you individually. But you can be sure that we will resolve all of that within this week so that you can have the time to run the course. And I want to appreciate all our speakers. I know that Joshua has started doing that, but I must thank them personally because IPTTO cannot run on the shoulders of one person. I want to thank all these powerful people who have always given IPTTO support. I want to thank Professor George personally. I want to thank you. She had an exam to attend to this morning and she still showed up, made a very fantastic presentation. I want to thank Dr. Kelly supporting IPTTO with ideas, with resources, with his time, and for being here today to take everybody through the digital platform. I want to thank Joshua, who has moderated. He's one of the volunteers. He's a fantastic person. He's our institutional liaison officer on the Project I2M. So if you have applied for Project I2M, that's the guy who has been interacting with you. Thank you. I want to thank Victor for supporting us, taking us through the LMS platform. And I want to thank a lot of people who have worked behind the scene. I want to thank all our interns, Emmanuel Olojo and Nafisat and the rest of them. And I want to thank the COR team for working with us. They did not stop at creating the Zoom link. They also gave us a YouTube link so that if we have more than 100 people attending this training, nobody will be left out. Thank you so much for always supporting IPT2. We are grateful to all the participants. I want to thank you for making our time to be here and for showing interest in this course, because I'm sure that you'll be grateful to God that you are participating in it. Thank you all. So over to you, Joshua.
So thank you so much, Ma, for the comments being made. So just as the director has said, really appreciate every one of us for our time, the speakers and all participants, and the CRL team and IPPTO team for making this possible. So to all participants, please, we hope this section has given you a clear picture of what Recap offers and how to navigate the platform with confidence. So your login details, if you have an issue about the login details, just as the director has said, please let's just log our complaint on the WhatsApp group so that we can then make every possible means to ensure those things are resolved. So thank you so much all for joining today. Have a wonderful rest of your day. So on those notes, we'll be ending today's call.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
You can always go to this YouTube link if you want to go through this training again on your own, in case you think you didn't get something right. The link is on our website. I mean, it's on our WhatsApp group. You can always go to the Zoom channel and watch again. The entire recording is there. Thank you. Have a great day.
All right, Ma. Thank you, sirs and Mas.
So we can leave the call now. Thank you.
Yeah.